In this video, I wanted to touch on some of the drawbacks that could potentially happen if advertisers used classical music in their advertisements. Throughout all of my research, I couldn't really find any major drawbacks of the use of classical music in advertisements for cars or other products that could be displayed for the consumer during any type of sporting event, regular TV programming, or even online advertisements that we see on YouTube when we're going to watch a video, or Facebook in the middle of our video. There really weren't too many drawbacks that could be found. The only one that I found that a lot of people felt the need to focus on, and the one that I think could be the most potentially dangerous to advertisers, is the risk that they take when they use classical music, for a couple of reasons. Classical music isn't music that people tend to listen to on a regular basis. Out of everyone in the world, not too many people in our population tend to just throw on classical music. Even though it is an elegant source of music, it isn't one that people have played for a while now, and it isn't something that streams on the top 100 of the Billboard. Nowadays, we get a lot more hip hop, and R&B, a little bit of country music here and there. This is where the big risk that advertisers takes comes in. When an audience member sees classical or hears classical music come onto an advertisement, there is kind of a shock that happens because it's not something that they're used to. When that shock happens, there's two things that could happen. It can draw the audience's attention, or it can completely deter them from watching that. It's a 50-50 chance that these advertisers take, but it's one that a lot of people are willing to take because of how much it can draw the audience's attention. When you see an advertisement that has classical music, it requires a little bit more of your attention because of the fact that you're not used to hearing something like that. But with that being said, when you hear something or you're watching something with a bunch of people and you're having a conversation and classical music comes on, you are also more likely to ignore that product or that commercial. Let's take the Super Bowl, for instance. If a commercial comes on and it has classical music on it, there is more of a likelihood that you are going to ignore that commercial because of the type of music that they chose. But with that being said, there is kind of a whole, if it catches your attention at the right time, then the advertisers did what they are being paid to do. That is why this is the only drawback that could happen when you are listening to classical music or using it to market products. There really is no way of knowing how it would work 100% of the time when you are advertising something. And that all comes from the fact that people just are not used to the fact that when you're watching TV, classical music will come on, upload, all of that. It doesn't really draw that much attention, but if it catches your ears right, it can. And it can make you more interested in the product because of the sense of elegancy that you get. And that is why the drawback that I came back with using classical music is only the fact that it can deter you. There's a 50-50 chance, and that more than likely is a chance that advertisers, when they're making these products, sit down and discuss. There's no way of knowing that it would work even 80% of the time because of the fact that not that many people in our population listen to such music. That is all.